when they're paying basketball and everything, the WNBA is not as much. So the income would be a lot different, because they don't fill up the stadiums like the NBA and all of that good stuff. So that's the only reason I say no. But if it was the same, if they got the same endorsements, if they had the same filming inside the stadium, yes, they should. That's all.
Wait, the same fill inside the stadium?
Like if they could fill up a stadium, like how big stadiums.
But they can't because it sucks.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
That's straight up.
A lot of people.
I mean, it does.
Straight up, you have to tell them the truth. You have to tell them the truth. I mean, even the Caitlin Clark lady. Think about it. I don't even care. I don't even care that she's, and it's going bad because I don't think it's a movie morally. I don't think so. I don't think this is gonna move morally. She's gonna end up with a lot of injuries, and then you're gonna ask at the end whether it's worth it or not. But because you're dealing with a sex that is basically in a different level emotionally. These females are still gonna be very physical. They're gonna try to put her down. It's not gonna be an immoral judgment to say, you know what, I think we should just change things around. It doesn't, guys. Look at the court system. Look at the laws that we have passed around. Look at a lot of these things. And they still not changing. They don't want to change. I personally think a lot of these sports, they should just go bankrupt. Completely bankrupt. Start pulling back. We should start pulling back slowly. So like to get to a point, it's like, okay, now we have to just put the rules here, and this is how we're gonna move forward. That's it.
It's not as fun to watch.
I wasn't watching because I didn't really know about it like that, honestly.
Okay, so I mean, there's other components like merchandise sales and other factors. Even if I think the WNBA could fill a stadium, there's still other components of the money that the respective. But anyways, okay, what about you?
It's the same point, really, isn't it? Unfortunately, there's not enough support for female sport, and that's why that they can't fill the stadiums, they can't make the money, so they can't get the same endorsement because there's not enough support for it.
I agree on both of what they say. Yep.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I also agree, and I believe the WNBA is the only industry that is in the negative as far as profits go every single year. Yeah. And the only reason it is still funded, I believe, is due to legality of if they fund a male sport, they also have to send the equivalent funding to the female sport. But
it's not that, but you do make a really good point. So the NBA subsidizes the WNBA. So yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Anything else? Or?
No, okay. I just think it's
yeah.
It's
I didn't mean to cut you off there. I just wanted this side.
No, you're
I
fine.
wanted to start on that side and come around. What about you?
No, I don't think they should be paid the same for the same reason for the advertisements.
Okay.
And everything else.
Wait. So going back to you. You said.
Go back to me.
You said. So you said they should be paid the same.
I honestly feel like they do, simply because of the reasons that everybody is stating. Because they don't history. I feel like it's.
Man, she's big though. God damn, bro. This is what happened when they need to. Again, I think I have a theory in this. When they know they're using in the industry or the monopoly of attention, they have to overdo it just to get a little bit of attention. And that's why they dress like that. Ugh.
It's the reason why they push more for the male sport than the female sport. And since it's been that way, it's going to continue to be that way. There's never been, I feel like there's not a bigger push for women's sports than like women's basketball.
I have a question. Sure. I've got a question for you.
Oh, gosh.
Name three. I want you to name 3 WNBA players. Name 3 NBA players.
Oh, that's easy.
Exactly. That's the point.
Paul Pierce, Kevin Durant.
Oh, keep going. It sounds like she's.
I mean, I can name more, but.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
Oh my God.
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry. Allen Iverson. Shoot.
You going?
You want new ones or old
Michael
ones?
Well,
Michael
here's the thing. It's like.
Kevin
I
Durant.
think it's actually the case that even for women's, at least for the WNBA, actually a fairly decent portion of their viewership is men. It's not even so. Women just aren't watching sports.
I don't
really.
feel like I was pushed to watch it enough.
Pushed to watch.
Like I feel like it wasn't, like you guys said, it's not enough advertising for WNBA than it is for NBA.
So it's not that it's good enough, right? It's just you have to put it right there in my face. See? If you put this kind of sport in my face, then I'm gonna decide. Then I'm gonna watch it. You see how stupid that sounds? It sounds very stupid, right? I will only create interest if you can just run a propaganda machine. You know, I guess so. This is a good evidence to suggest that females do like propaganda. So she's admitting it. You run this advertisement for years. I might not like it, but I'll at least pretend to like it.
Like you know how big
Have you
the
ever
NBA
seen?
is
Have you ever seen WNBA game?
on TV? Yeah. Not-
They suck, right?
no, they don't suck.
They
There are
suck.
some good women black
They're
basketball
okay.
players.
They're okay, but they suck.
I don't think they suck. I
Like,
just think they're not covered enough.
Do you think that if you had an all-women's football team, that would be nearly as entertaining to watch as the NFL?
Absolutely
Hell
not,
no,
because it
of
wouldn't
course
be
not.
as aggressive
Yeah.
and as vulgar.
That's right.
But
We want to see these guys knock the shit out of each other,
I
right? That's the
never
whole
said I
point.
wanted to advocate for an all women's football team. See, I don't feel like certain sports women should play, and
So-
football is one of them.
So they're unequal.
In sports, yeah.
Yeah.
I never disagree with that. Though.
You had something quick?
Yeah, interesting fact actually. I can't remember what year, but I think it might have been last year that the English women's football team got into the World Cup final, and the men didn't, and it wasn't even advertised in our papers.
You remember that time that
That they
the
didn't make it, but it's just like interesting to see because they're quite good at
Oh,
they're
wow,
quite good at
yeah.
football, but our football isn't. Our football's soccer.
well, they're not.
It's not like smashing.
No, they're not. They're not quite good at football. You remember what happened when the high school team took on that big? I don't remember what the team was, but it was a high school soccer team which
It was
took
the
on
national.
national. Okay,
They
yeah,
do
yeah.
this in various countries. The
Yeah.
women's national teams, the best players from all the clubs, get scorched by 15-year-old boys.
Yeah, soccer players. I mean,
Look,
brutal.
look, look, look,
And they
look,
mess
look,
with
look.
them.
Oh, I didn't-
These-
Look. Let's go back to that. Look at her expression when they tell her that. She's like, "What? Really?"
They do
Yeah.
this in various countries.
Look at
The
that,
high
folks.
school team took on that big. I don't remember what the team was, but it was a high school soccer team which
It was
took
the
on
national.
national. Okay,
They
yeah,
do
yeah.
this in various countries. The
Yeah.
women's national teams, the best players from all the clubs, get scorched by 15-year-old boys.
Yeah, soccer players. I mean, brutal. And they mess with
Oh, I
them.
didn't
These
see
are like the
this.
best of the best. And there's like 15-year-olds, and they're just, knocking the soccer ball back and forth, playing with them, kind of giving them the fingers. They run it down. You know what I mean? They kick it into the goal. They kind of laugh at them. It's pretty fun to watch, actually. You should check it out.
As in, so your national soccer team, or like the players from across the world? I think Is it like players from across the world, or is it just your national?
National.
So as in like the American national team? Okay. Well, I was talking about the English national team. They're quite good.
The
What a
American
bullshit
national team
statement.
was quite good as well.
They didn't win the World Cup.
That was
Oh, we
stupid.
did.
Well, it's kind of like
No, sorry, that wasn't even a mean point. I wasn't even trying to be mean there. Like,
Man, no,
I wasn't.
she's
it's
so
kind of like
English.
winning
Such a
the
British
Special Olympics.
It's not that mean.
Like you're still
It's the comparison at point. It's like
Let me hear
Still-
Brian saying that.
kind of like winning the Special Olympics.
It's not that mean.
Oh
Like you're still
it's the comparison at point.
Hey, you two, that was Ryan. That was not me. But that. Oh my god, that was a crazy comment at the end. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I think we have created an environment where we have literally covers the truth between both sexes, and this is why we are in this situation. I don't want to say it's sad, because we allow that to happen, man. I was thinking about this, and I think after high school, I believe men should go to a 6-month rigorous physical training, and that way they can do that transition from teenager to manhood. I really believe so. I don't know how would you do that, like probably in high school, every Saturday or every Friday afterward, or 4 times a week, right? You have to go through a very rigorous physical training until you graduate. I think that would be really change a lot. It will change a lot for the future. But let me know what you guys think. I'll see you in the next one.